really, really rarely getting out of control. Isn't it lovely to be a parent?
Beneath the starlit sky, our love secret.
When you judge, the same thing might happen to you.
So high. Beneath the moonlight,
That's absolutely stupid and unnecessary.
in mine gets me every time.
Good morning everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome to a brand new vlog. This is as raw as it gets in terms of my vlogging because I'm starting it straight from the shower. Probably look all blotchy because I love to shower with hot water, which actually I don't recommend to anyone because I myself know that it's not really good for skin care and skin health, which in my case is anyway a little bit problematic. Now that I don't wear any makeup, you can definitely see the situation. It's not looking very bad on the first glance, but I obviously have a little bit discolorations and pigmentation marks from previous acne situations. I was expecting it to fire up in this week because I also got my period, which is never fun with me. A little bit too much information to say, but it also puts in context a whole lot of processes that have been throughout this week in our household. I have been really tensed and like prone to fights with everyone, like have had little to no patience with Leia and even more with Falco because obviously I put the margin for expectations with him a lot higher. Overall, here and there I've mentioned that we are having always this tensions with regards to the time management, etc., which probably is a normal thing for most of the families, but I felt like that last week was not really good one. It's not that we are not talking or we are on the bad terms, but I felt like that there was a lot of bad moods exchanged on both sides. But now that the week is here, I realized that it could have been because of my hormonal condition, and hopefully most of the women won't feel attacked because I know that there are a lot of reels and memes going around, women being unbearable before the days, but I can only speak for myself that I definitely noticed the change of my mood and swing in my mood before that happens. Last night I went into bed at 7 p.m. together with Leia, which one would think, okay, maybe that's sensible, you get your rest, but I just realized that it's not something I should repeat anytime soon because I woke up at 1 p.m. then, just needing to go to the bathroom, and I woke up completely. I tried my best. I tried everything, every tool that I have for making myself asleep, but it did not work out. So I was awake until 5 a.m. and just when I fell asleep and wanted to continue sleeping, it was already time to stand up. So now, not to make this ramble too long, I wanted also to film quick, very natural skincare routine for shorts or for my Instagram, which if you don't know, I'm gonna put here for you to check out. I post mostly home related stuff there, but from time to time, you know, things that we do at home because people make living, and I feel like that otherwise my channel got a little bit boring after reaching certain level at home. We're not like doing anything new, so I felt like the content I was posting was a little bit repetitive. So I'm mixing up sometimes with little bits and bobs with regards to what I do at home. Dressing up, like my mornings in the mornings, or get ready with me in the bathroom. So for that, I'll need to pause with this vlog and then tune in later on because I have lots of things that I want to do today. So I have to be very productive. One thing that I forgot and I wanted definitely to show you is this. Wait a minute. I'm wearing this shawl fit mask that I showed you in one of the recent vlogs. I purchased it in the drugstore and this is how it looks. It's like sock type of situation. You can secure it on the top with strap that glues around. This way you're not constrained for the next 20 minutes to sit on one spot, but rather can walk around. And most importantly, I feel like that it does really great job when you feel that your feet are dehydrated. I was really impressed. It's just 4-point-something euro and it's definitely worth the money.
Trees are in green, the ocean is gray.
Finally down, but still in my robe, which is not a good thing because it's almost 10:30. I wanted to do so many things today, but feels like that I'll have trouble allocating time for everything.
This can't be a surprise. I think I'll let it slide. I'm sleepwalking through all of my problems. I know I can't make it through. Every night is the same. I keep running fast, left and right, wondering where my head's gone now. I'm sleepwalking through all of
Tuning in back after a few hours. As you can see, I already have makeup on, which I filmed for the shorts as I intended. Just to tell you where we stand. This is my basic outfit of the day when I'm on my mom duty. I'm expecting Leia to come back home. Most important thing, the makeup is on, which means that I can go out together with her without any extra preparation. Also, apologies for that side. We have had the cleaner over, dusted and cleaned everything. And this is the usual how everything looks at us before it gets vacuum cleaned. I don't know if I've ever mentioned, but because we have 3 floors and 2 robots at home, it always takes a moment before the other floors get done, and then we can only move it downstairs. But Leia is scared of vacuum cleaners. Why ever? So we always put it on when I take her outside because it makes no sense right now to turn it on as she will be coming back. I wanted to quickly show you the spot where I wanted to plant the eucalyptus plant that we have standing in front. It's such a beautiful weather outside. I'm out with a t-shirt and it doesn't feel bad or cold at all. We have this little flower bed, right? Everything looks a little dead after winter because we've had really long cold winter period this year. But next to this evergreen little tree-like plant, there is a small space for another plant. Oops, it's quite sunny here, so better go inside. This is where I intended to plant the eucalyptus plant, which I got last time when we were in the garden center. Now, the problem is, in our garden we have had problems with the mole. I just googled the word before I started vlogging. Apparently that's how this animal is called. I'm gonna put a little picture for you to see what that cute little rodent like animal looks like. Animal, I don't know, rodent, whatever it's called. Past year the moles have created over 20 holes in our garden, which first of all has spoiled our grass and has made it super difficult for the robot to cut the grass, but also have killed few of our plants. And it has been heartbreaking, especially that we don't have really green thumb when it comes to plants, and it has taken a lot of effort for us to create that flower bed together with my mom. The plants are not cheap, then to cultivate them. And once that they were dead, we decided that it was smart to take some measures against it, not to happen once again, because you cannot prevent this mole coming back. We need some kind of metal net around the roots of the plants to, secure that the mole won't get direct access to it. And this is where I need Folgo's help with. So I bet I'll have to wait a little bit for him to get done with his work and provide me that net in the shape that I need. But other than that, I feel like that I was still productive today in the morning, had a proper breakfast. Must admit, I still feel weird in my tummy after eating especially, but at least not as bad as the days before. Yeah, it's sunny outside. Let's seize the day and enjoy it to the most. Early in the morning, I mentioned that I have little to no patience with Leia, and I wanted to elaborate on that a little bit, especially what happened yesterday. I'm not very proud of it. I'm really rarely getting out of control and raising my voice with her. I could really count on my one hand or even on like 2 fingers probably when I have raised my voice with her. And even those occasions I'm not proud of, and I absolutely know that it is not right. And it doesn't bring me further, it doesn't bring her further. She has nothing to do with it and she cannot be blamed for it. But I want to still mention this online, even though I'm sort of jeopardizing myself for a massive critic. One thing I'm very proud of myself is that I've always been self-critical and open about how I am, and when things happen and when things go rogue or wrong, to be able to admit it and to work on it. And I think I've come a long way because I am very impatient person generally and very, very emotional, and take everything personal, but also very articulative, and come from Georgia where people get super loud. Was never one of those, but in comparison to how people handle things here in Europe, think of myself as being one of those emotional persons. And I say this for a context because yesterday I was feeling obviously unwell. Leia was here. I boiled for myself like dry noodles to eat alone because I was scared to eat anything else. And I could not come to the point of eating it because she was being very clingy and wanted my attention. We had new sticker book, so we played around with it. Then I felt like the need to go to the bathroom, so I left her here. And in my mind, everything was sort of safe and secure. And usually when I'm downstairs, she doesn't go up. So I was sort of thinking that she was entertaining herself with the toys. It was pretty quiet, but I was in the bathroom as told. And I just heard with half of my ear when Falco entered the house that he said, "Oh, you're playing with mom's makeup." So I already rolled a bit eyes, thinking, oh, where did she found that? This was the little pouch that was inside my handbag, which was lying downstairs. Again, my fault. Can't blame the 2-year-old that it was so. At the entrance, we don't have a console table, even if we live in this house since 4 years, which is going to be my top priority right now to get to prevent such cases from happening. Handbags that I usually use have been hanging in the entrance area, but because they are always loaded with stuff, again, for Leia not to have access to, because of the weight point, I noticed that the shoulder straps were getting damaged, and my handbags are pretty expensive for just being trashed like that, and I think that was one of the reasons why I put it down. Anyhow, long story short, apparently she found my makeup, and I thought in my mind that Falco was smart enough to take it away from her, but apparently he just made this little notice and passed by and just started to pick out the groceries. When I came out, I found Leia completely smeared with my lipsticks, and the lipsticks itself like this, and I had to remove quite substantial part of it. And you guys, it's not about the lipsticks. I know, again, costs versus the well-being of your child is absolutely not comparable and nothing to put in relation, and this is never a reason to shout at her. But I was really frustrated. I was hungry, I was in pain, I was frustrated at Falco that he did not take it away, and as soon as I put the blame first on him, he started to fight it off, saying how he should have known, and I felt like that I could not communicate with him what I wanted to communicate, and instead I put my peak explosion on her, which I obviously apologize for. But again, what I wanted to say with this long story is that shit happens. Even to the moms that try their best to really be a good parent, I have been feeling terrible about it. I was awake last night from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., which also is horrible when you have to take care of the little one. I had quite a lot of time for myself, laying in the dark, to sort of work this through. How could I have lost it for such a stupid thing? I really hope that it doesn't stay with her and she won't remember it. Most likely she won't. But I think life is made of small memories, and there is a really fine line between having good relationship with your kids and spoiling them. So I don't know how to put that, but I really, okay, I'm getting emotional about this right now, so it's very stupid, I know. But I really, really hope that I can be a better example for her and I can do better for her. That's absolutely stupid and unnecessary. It's not such of a big deal, like we've all been there. Just wanted to share with you the moment of how certain moments can feel like. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it to that because that just makes me really upset about myself. Hi you guys, it's Saturday. This is the outfit of today. Even though it looks sunny and I want it to be very colorful, it looks like that I'll need to wear the coat. Falco and Leia are already at the car waiting for me. It took forever. As always, I feel like as a broken record, repeating one and the same. Almost 11 a.m. I'm even thinking if it makes any sense that we are leaving at the moment, because in 1 hour time, Leia has to be eating and sleeping. But I think in all honesty, I just need to find peace with the fact that we are never going to be earlier than this out of the door, and just live with that. We are going to a little city south to Hamburg. It's in Niedersachsen called Stade. It's really, really nice city, but it's super windy outside. So let's see if we can stay a lot outside, if Leia complains because of the wind, because her eyes get teary and she really dislikes when it's sort of borderline stormy. I'm gonna try my best to film a little bit at least. Bad thing is that I forgot to charge the camera, so that's another hurdle. Even more important that I don't waste the little bit that we have. We arrived, so we need to find a spot to eat something now, because Leia already had a nap, but it was a very poor nap, and we assume it was partly because she's hungry. And it's not even 12:30 and she's already awake, which is also not optimal. But bearing in mind that we have a daylight saving tonight upcoming, where we lose 1 hour, it might not be the worst idea today that she sleeps a little bit earlier to sort of even out the situation tomorrow. Leia is doing sports, as you can tell. The first station is at the Mexican restaurant. It's not that often that we go to eat Mexican, and this is the place where we were last when I was pregnant. We have very different memories with regards to it. I was like, I don't think I liked it, and Falco was pretty sure there was something that we liked. So to refresh our memories, we are today here again. Let's see how it goes.
Lost in the city lights, our love's electric, right? You make me feel alive. I know July is gone. You make me feel at home in the neon glow. As the leaves change color, I dive into you. When summer's fading, there's nothing to do but.
As you can see, we are still in Stade. It's really lovely sunny day, but it's still super cold, or maybe it's just me. I find the wind really irritating, and generally I was telling Falco right now that on these days I find myself so highly irritable with everything, every tiny detail that usually would not bother me on any other day. Just for example, Falco went to buy some snacks for Leia, and he brought 4 different sorts, and actually everything was fine if you think about it, but I was so irritated that he did not pick the ones that Leia usually likes, or just that he picked only one of those and not more, especially given the fact that we don't have any snacks left at home and we always have other kids over and we always meet at the playgrounds, and I just can't feed only my kid and leave the others out. Anyhow, to come back to the topic, how lovely is this city? Super adorable, really small, actually not a type of city I would live in, but where I'm very glad to be from time to time. I remember last time we arrived here with my mom. It was in winter, it was rainy day, but even then we had really a beautiful day together. I already have my usual spots in the city, like my coffee place, and we also know one super cute children's shop where I buy Leia's toys and clothes, and I think this is where I would like to head as of next, if it's not closed today. Sadly, we were all a little bit tense because Leia was super late in comparison to her usual schedule in the daycare in terms of eating, and we totally forgot to show you, but our lunch was also very, very delicious at the Mexican place. As told, we are trying to enjoy and soak up the sun before we head home. All these little flower pots that sort of announce spring just makes me want to pot some of them in our garden.
Beneath the starlit sky,
It's 16:05 and finally we are through the day. We also did most of our grocery shopping because the store that was here was sort of inner city store and did not really carry all the items that we needed. Today is one of those days where I feel like inside and out to be wearing sunglasses. I'm really... Leia, stop! I'm really unhappy. Tada, Leia! I just told Leia to stay at my legs and she understood it so that she should stand over my feet. And this is how it looks. Falk also just realized that we did not even pay our parking now downstairs. Pure chaos. But at least we are 75% through the day because Leo will be sleeping today earlier on. Anyhow, what I wanted to say is that that's one of those days where I feel like that I want to wear the sunglasses in and out because I'm super unhappy the way I look. I just don't feel comfortable with myself in my own skin, and it's okay. That's why I have not really filmed much, but I hope you enjoyed seeing this lovely city around. It's really, really pretty and it's really worth to be visited. It's Friday afternoon, almost time for Leia's bedtime, but I'm outside searching for a toy that I got for her and that she managed to lose on the way home. And if you've dealt with toddlers, you probably most likely know what it means like to lose something that she's excited about. That would literally mean no sleep for me tonight. So I'd rather walk backwards and search it, and whilst at it also enjoy a little bit of sun that we have and hope that I'm gonna find it.
Beneath the starlit sky, our love secret.
Obviously I did not find it, but I'm not going back empty-handed into a pretty signed drama. So here we go. This is what we are getting. Isn't it lovely to be a parent? I'm already on the way back. I was thinking about a few things that I wanted to share. First, I was contemplating really long whether to include that emotional moment of mine in the vlog or not. I read so much critics on the social media about people filming themselves to cry. One or another time I've definitely thought along those commenters, thinking, how does that exactly happen that the camera is on when they are being emotional? And here we go. When you judge, the same thing might happen to you. So it made me cringe a little bit whilst editing it, but at the end I decided against deleting it because first and foremost it was really organic and natural. I felt really overwhelmed that day, and secondly I think that the message that I wanted to carry with that bad moments happen even to those who have the best intentions, I hope came through that segment of this video. Yeah, I don't know, you are the judge, you're the one watching, so please let me know what you think about it. Anyhow, this video is super long already and I think I'm gonna cut it off right now, and I'm gonna wish you a great weekend ahead, and I'm gonna see you on my next one.
Beneath the